that many times over we gather as the body of believers and have all types of programs, yet it's rare that people leave differently. Homes are in disarray, families are distraught and feuding, folk full of rage and fury, lost in sexual impulses, gang violence, homicides, and violent crimes. In fact, I am heartbroken to tell you that the city of Portsmouth is rated by Neighborhood Scout as an 8, meaning that this city is safer than 8% of the cities in the United States of America. Last year, Portsmouth alone reported 892 violent crimes, 5,425 property crimes, giving a total of 6,317 reported crimes, 8 murders, 31 rapes, 344 robberies, 509 assaults, 1,245 burglaries, 3,587 thefts, and 582 motor vehicles thefts. Let me just pause here to ask you one more question. Are you comfortable or committed? There are situations and circumstances that arise in all of our lives from one time to another that causes us to doubt the very existence of who we are, of who God is, and why we are still alive. I knew that at this point the church would be quiet, young people, and so I wish I had about 10 honest people in the building who will push your church facade aside and for one moment unmask the truth. The reality is that young people, your generation is starving, spiritually malnourished, empty with a lack of substance and definition of who you are, and we're busy having church. However, the truth be told is that we as the body of believers have programmed church for so long and taught people how to hide behind the mask of position and perceived authority that we have discounted the power of God, His righteousness, holiness, and sanctification. What do you mean we've discounted? We've accepted other lifestyles. We've become comfortable with stepping over drug needles trying to get in our churches. We've become comfortable with letting our children find condoms on playgrounds and in play parks. We have become comfortable with letting our neighbor fend for themselves when we were all one people. We have become comfortable. Somebody's house being burglarized. We refuse to get involved and look the other way. We have become selfish in our approach and have discounted what the Bible means by being your brother's keeper. I have come to find that these 10 young people who are fed up with being pushed aside, fed up with being ignored, tired of your schools and neighborhoods being invaded and invested with all manner of vices and evils of the world. Is there anybody tired of our babies losing their lives to senseless tragedies, losing our babies and young people to gang violence, drug trade and trafficking, identity crisis, and the like? It's time to be on to the next one. Yes, I came to disturb those who are comfortable and comfort the disturbed. I believe I'll say that again. I have come to disturb those who are comfortable and comfort those who are disturbed. In our text, we see the epitome of commitment. The definition that caught my attention for commitment is defined as an obligation or promise that restricts one's freedom of action. In other words, I heard Elder Chris Thomas sing a song that says, "My life is not my own, so Lord, I give myself away." Here in our text, you know the story. You've read the Bible. We see the three Hebrew boys caught between the tension of their commitment and the king's decree. Here we see the picture of what we know to be the fiery furnace and three Hebrew boys who are willing to take a stand against the king. As Nebuchadnezzar scanned the horizon, he saw people of many nationalities bowing down to the image he had made. He had declared that when the music began, everyone was to fall and worship before the immense gold statue he had set up. As far as he could see, people were obeying. But then the king received word of the three Hebrews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refusing to bow. Nebuchadnezzar flew into a rage and threatened to throw the three men into a raging furnace. They faced a decision whether to obey God and face the fire, or pay homage to Nebuchadnezzar and dishonor God. Let me pause right here because I have one question for you that'll cut up this matter. Are you comfortable or committed? The first premise of this sermon is that committed folk sees every challenge as an opportunity, not as defeat. Committed people sees every challenge as an opportunity, not as defeat. Here is what comfortable looks like. A 40-night experience turned into a 40 years of wandering for rebelling against God. Comfortable takes on the form of godliness, but denies the power thereof. Comfortable is confessing God on Sunday morning, leaving and living like trash on Sunday evening. Comfortable confesses that God knows my heart, when the reality of the statement is that the fact that you have become comfortable in your own lifestyle and comfortable in sin and shame, and hide behind the tagline that he knows my heart.
That's right.
I told you I've come to disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed. Get mad if you want to, but you better hurry up and get glad, because there's coming a time where he will pluck the wheat from the tare. There's coming a time where it's time to stand and be counted. People of God, we live in a day where it's time to either be hot or cold, but it's time out for being in between. Comfortable looks like this. Instead of devising a plan of how we will reach the lost, evangelize the word, and how much money we will spend on missions, whether it's homeland or foreign. Comfortable spends its time worrying about the color the choir robes, who gets to sing the solo, when praise and worship will start and end, how long will he preach today, what color the carpet will be. I am sick and tired of comfortable believers who claim to be on the Lord's side.
Hallelujah!
Comfortable
Preach it, Jay.
sits expecting a message for you to be able to run, dance, hoop, and holler, and leave with your life still in a shambles.
Lord, Lord.
Must confess I've been guilty of that.
There you go.
But there's a new day dawning. Have you not come to the place where you realize that our nation is in trouble, and we are allowing the enemy dominion to reign? When Genesis 1 says, I've given you dominion and to subdue the earth. May I ask you another question? When will the sons of God stand and take your rightful place? When will we get to the place where we stop living beneath our privileges? I believe my brother told us last month that we were kings And